All right. Welcome back to Toplin Speaks podcast, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, today is a special day because I'm joined by not only my friend, my homie, my brother, Philip Trano. Philip is a personal development and fitness coach. He has also competed in multiple men's physique competitions, and he has been in the fitness space for quite some time. So, Philip, thank you for being here, brother. How you doing?
Of course, man. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. So let's dive right in, Philip. So I know your very first men's physique competition. When was that, and where did you place?
My very first men's physique competition was in 2021, and I placed third out of 20 to 30 people.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you placed third in your first competition. Now, I never one day competed in a competition in my life, but I also talked about it for quite some time. But it's amazing that you placed third in your first competition out of how much people?
About 25 to 30 people.
Wow. So out of 25 to 30 people, Philip was able to place third. Man, good for you, bro. So let's dive right in, Philip. What inspired you to start to compete in anything bodybuilding?
Okay. So what inspired me to compete in men's physique? Basically, I saw a lot of people getting shredded to the bone, and that really triggered me. I'm like, wow, this is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like getting that lean. I never been this lean before, so let's give it a try. So I did my first prep. I prepped for about 4 months, did my cardio and my training, and yeah, on the show day I was really shredded, and it was awesome.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So what was some of the biggest challenges like you faced when it comes to, because I know when it comes to like competing in these competitions, it takes a lot from you.
For sure.
So what was one of the biggest challenges you would say you faced when it comes to like preparing for the show?
So the biggest challenge for me was always putting myself first, no matter what, during the prep. Basically, when you're on prep, you have to execute every single day perfectly. So when you go on show day, you look your best. So yeah. I had to say hello. I had to say no to a lot of foods, to a lot of parties, and to a lot of social events.
So there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with these competitions, right?
Exactly.
So, because a lot of people look at these competitions and think it's something like, all right, let's go to train in the gym and then go one day, but it's more than in the gym, right? It's a lifestyle.
For sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So while you was preparing, give us an insight, like what does a diet look versus like a regular diet versus somebody who is preparing to get lean as possible?
Okay. So basically, when I was bodybuilding, I would eat the same thing every day. And when I was on prep, I would just eat less of it and do more cardio and be more strict in my diet. No cheat meals, none of that. Why? Because
no cheat meals, huh?
Because I want the best physique as possible. Yeah. So when I go on that stage, I look my best. So I have to prioritize being perfect every day.
Wow. So no cheat meals at all?
No cheat meals.
So give us, what was your diet like, bro?
My diet was a lot of fish, a lot of white rice, a lot of brown rice, and just the basic stuff like eggs, and
yeah. So you basically kept it pretty simple.
Very simple.
So a lot of people overthink fitness. They think that you need to have this special type of meal, this special type of protein. But here you are, you went on stage, you competed, and you're saying that it was just
simple meals.
Just simple meals.
Yeah.
Awesome. So so you prioritize protein, obviously.
Of course.
Prioritize protein, and you still had a balanced diet.
Exactly.
But you were not stepping out and eating no cheat meals, you were not eating out. Listen, I remember, it's a quick story. I remember we will go hang out and Philip will have his bowl of food, right?
Yep.
Now, years ago, before I even met Philip, before I even got into fitness this deep, I was like 120 pounds and I was trying to put on weight as well. And that's what I used to do, bro. I used to like literally pack my meals and go everywhere with it just to make sure I hit my calories. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure I hit my calories. So that's the commitment. You know? So your biggest challenge what was your biggest challenge at that point?
My biggest challenge was always putting myself first, being selfish. Like
Yeah.
I didn't prioritize the friends, my family. It was all about me during that time. And that was very hard at the same time because I wasn't making time for other areas of my life. I was just making time for being shredded, being fit, being the best of myself looking on that stage. That's all I cared about.
Wow. But you did learn a lot from that because there's a lot of sacrifice that comes with it, right?
Of course, I did learn a lot. I learned a lot about myself, especially discipline. Discipline was the key every single day to my success getting on that stage. Without the discipline and the actions, I would have never looked the best I could.
Yeah. And you when you stepped on that stage, did you ever think for 1 second that you could have been better, or do you think that like this was it? Like
This was it. I was the best version of myself. Why?
That's
Because I never cheated myself. I was always about it every single day.
that commitment. So that's the thing about it, guys. Like fitness, I've always said like in fitness you learn so much. You learn so much, and especially because I talk about that. I had an episode that I spoke about like discipline. You know what I'm saying? Waking up, doing the same thing every day. You had to have this routine. So basically, you would just go to work,
Yep.
come home, and commit to your diet, commit to your sleep, commit to your recovery.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's all I did.
That's all you did for quite some time, huh?
Yep.
But now you said you competed multiple times.
Yep.
And you always placed within the top 5 every time you competed.
Yep.
And now you're saying that you walked away.
Yes, I walked away.
You walked away from and this was like a big deal for Philip. But this was like when I met him, he was like this. He was all about competitions. He was all about men's physique. He was all about, I think at one point you talked about getting a pro card as well. Was that something you wanted to do?
That's exactly what I wanted to do. But like I said, I walked away from that. That no longer serves my purpose.
Yeah. So initially though, your goal was to get your pro card. So it was tell me, give me an insight of like what the journey was going to be.
So my journey, so basically my goal was to get the pro card to compete at higher levels in bodybuilding and to get more recognized in bodybuilding. But life changed for me. My perspective on my life changed, and yeah.
So you walked away, man. So what made you decide to walk away from the competitions?
Basically, why I walked away was I felt like in my life, my aspects and my priorities have changed. Like that used to be the biggest priority, was just being fit. But now I really want to just focus more on finances and staying in shape at the same time.
Yeah.
For me to compete all the time, always be on prep, my mind will always be on prep and bodybuilding. So how am I going to focus on other areas of my life if that's always on my mind?
You mentioned something there. You mentioned finances. What did it actually cost? Like how much did it cost you to prepare for? Because I see a bunch of stuff online and I hear people saying, like, I personally never competed, but I understand what it takes to like actually supplements, the dieting, the memberships, you know what I mean? And also you had to pay for a bunch of stuff on competition day. So give me a breakdown.
So basically, when I was doing the bodybuilding prep, I would spend a lot of money. So basically, I had 4 months of prep. I would spend like 5 to 6K, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was basically a lot on food, a lot on supplements, gym membership, also for the hotel, for the tanning, etc.
Yeah. And which one? I also remember you had a trainer, right?
Yes.
And you had to pay. How much? What was that like when you paid for a trainer at that point?
Basically, during that time, my first trainer that I had, he was one of my boys from Vietnam. And he hooked it up for me. He wanted to expand his knowledge on fitness. So I reached out for him and I started my prep by myself.
Yeah.
And I needed a second eye. So I hit up one of my boys from Vietnam. And during that time, he was in the pandemic and he was isolated at home by himself. So I'm like, hey bro, since we have more free time right now and you have no clients coming in right now, how about I help you out and you help me out? I help you out, expand your knowledge. So help me get through this prep and I help you, you help me. It's like we both learning, bro. Yeah, let's do it. So he started to prep with me. No, he continued to prep with me. And yeah, man, like my body started changing every single day. It was so dope. Like I did it alone, but I got changes and like the different results. But when he stepped in, dude, that's when I really dialed in.
Yeah. So that is what. So you're saying like, because I also mentioned in a couple episodes back that coaching is necessary in some aspects of life.
Yes.
In some aspects of life, it's absolutely necessary because while you have the knowledge about fitness, as you said, you need that second eye.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And 2 heads are better than one.
Yup, exactly.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So he ended up just coming up with a deal where he helped you. That's what's up, man. And so now you walked away from competing.
Yes.
But you're still in shape.
Yes,
You're
of
still
course.
in shape. And your biggest reasons for walking away is because you want to focus on other aspects of your life.
Of course.
You felt like it was consuming you too much.
Yes. I felt like when all I did was bodybuild, eat my meals, and just train, I felt like a robot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like my social skills were not as good. I was I would say like a lone wolf, and
Yeah.
I felt like that was not good for my life. Like now I want to build relationships with people.
Yep.
I want to spend time with more people and also stay in shape and make money.
Yep.
That's the main goal for me.
Yep. So could you say, like, someone out there looking at this might be like, so why didn't he do both? Why can't you do both? Why can't you compete and still have a social life and still chase the vibe? Do you think it's possible to do both, or do you think it requires like that zen focus when it comes to competing?
No, of course. It's definitely possible to focus on every aspect of your life while you're bodybuilding. But like I said, like my vision has changed. Like I no longer just want to compete.
Yeah.
Like the main priorities for me is I want to be great in every aspect of life. A lot of bodybuilders, they're in very good shape. They're very disciplined, but they're only disciplined in one aspect of their life, and I believe that's not the route that they should go.
Exactly. Now, I share that same sentiment. I have always said that I do not want to be jacked, meaning I don't want to be big and strong and muscular and broke. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't believe in that philosophy, because there's a lot of people who, especially now, because fitness is cool and everybody's into fitness, it's like people think because you wake up and you go to the gym, it means that you're successful in life. Like, brother, it doesn't matter if you're going to the gym every single day if other aspects of your life are not
Aligned.
You know what I'm saying? We don't just want to get personal records on the bench. We want to get personal records in the bank. We want to get personal records in relationships. We want to get personal records in all aspects of life, bro.
Of course.
We want to hit every single PR out there. You know what I'm saying? Not just on the bench press. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, man. That's awesome. So now you say that you're focused on more of a balance.
Exactly.
A balance, like you still go to the gym, but now you're focused on building other aspects of your life.
Yes.
And that's awesome. So what advice would you give to someone out there who is maybe not competing, but just trying to get into fitness and take their fitness a lot more serious?
Okay. So for you guys out here that are new to fitness, I recommend just don't make it complicated. Just start with the basics. Start eating healthy, start moving more, and just start prioritizing training more consistently. And I guarantee you'll get the results you want. But if you're lazy, not disciplined, not taking action, you'll never get to your goals.
Awesome, yeah. Because I think most people struggle with discipline. Most people struggle with consistency. And I always say, I think that we spoke about this before, is that you want to be consistent, easiest, keep it simple.
Yep.
Keep it simple. Don't overthink dieting, don't overthink working out. Just keep it simple. Again, as Philip said, when he was competing, he was basically eating the same thing for quite some time. But that might be hard for everybody to do. But the basic concept behind it is like, keep it simple. Okay, you don't want to eat pasta. You don't want to eat rice today. Eat potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Simple. Don't eat out. These are all these basic advice that anyone could follow right now. You know. And what would you say, Philip, was your biggest takeaway from competing? Like the biggest thing you learned from competing. Most important thing to you.
The biggest thing I learned from competing was, man, like it's very time consuming. Like it's all about you. It's all about me. You know what I'm saying? Like
you see, this is like a
selfish sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's always about you. It's not everybody else out there. It's always about you because, like I said, when you're competing, you really want to look your best on that day, and there's no time to waste. Every single day, you gotta wake up, do the same exact routine every single day, and reap the benefits. That's how it is, man.
Yep. Philip, thank you so much for being here, bro. Listen, I've been trying to get Philip on here for quite some time to tell us about his fitness journey, because I remember we had a conversation a while back, and you told me you were in Vietnam, and then you were on vacation and you gained a little bit of weight for that period of time. Talk about that for a second, because there are people out here as well. They might look at us and be like, "Oh, these guys are in shape, or whatever," and they might assume that we were never unhappy with our physiques. Because at one point I was super skinny as hell, and I was unhappy with how I looked, and I did something about it. So let's talk about your journey, because I know at one point you said you were in Vietnam and you got a bit overweight on your vacation. Talk about that.
So basically, this was about 4 to 5 years ago, I believe. I went to Vietnam. It was during the Lunar New Year, and I went over there to Vietnam. I was supposed to be there only for 1 month, but basically what happened was during that time it was the pandemic. So I couldn't fly back for at least 3 months. So basically, I was having a good time there every single day, eating good food, drinking excessive amounts, and not really working out. So, and it really catched up to me within those 3 months. Within those 3 months, I came back to the States. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, damn, what did I do? I gained about like 30 pounds of fat and I didn't like it. As soon as I came to the States, I saw myself in the mirror. I looked at myself like, I'm not him right now. I'm not the best version of myself. So basically, I looked at myself, rushed to the grocery store immediately, started shopping for my groceries, and started day one again. And within 3 to 4 months, I looked a lot better than I did than last time. So
So that's awesome, bro. And the thing about it is, guys, clearly you guys could hear that you, regardless of where you're at in your fitness journey, you could start. You could start. So he got back to America, look himself in the mirror and be like, you know what? I'm not happy with how I'm looking. I'm going to do something about it right now. And went to the grocery store and you just started meal prep and going back to the gym and all of that. So somebody who's at that point right now, they're looking themselves in the mirror right now and saying, man, I hate how I look. I want to do something about it, but I don't want to join the gym. I don't want to go through all of this meal prepping stuff. It sounds so hard. It sounds so complicated. What is some advice you would give that person right now who looks in the mirror and they're not happy with how they look?
Okay, so my advice I would give to that person right now, if they're out of shape and not happy about themselves, I would sit down, control my emotions, and just get started. Stop overthinking it. Stop procrastinating, because the more you overthink it, you will never start your journey. And when you don't start your journey, take an action, you'll never get the physique you want. You'll never self-develop. So stop procrastinating, stop overthinking, and just do it.
I think a lot of people have that, how do I say, the inability to take action because they overthink. And I can talk from experience, the aspects of my life too. I was like hella overthinking a lot of things, and sometimes it's a struggle to not overthink, guys. But listen, get up and just take action. As he said, the less you think about, the more you think about it, the more problems you're gonna find. Like this podcast. When I go to edit this, the more I look at this, the more problems I will find, and then I'll be like, I'm not feeling to upload this. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same concept applied. Stop thinking about it and just do the thing. Just do the thing. So Philip, thank you so much for being here, brother. This is Toppin Speaks podcast. Definitely going to see more Philip on here. And if you want to get on Philip, tell them how they could find you on Instagram.
You can find me on Instagram. It's the Viet Prince. So it's THE_VIET_PRINCE95. Follow me, guys.
Awesome. And Philip offers personal development and fitness advice. And if you're ever thinking about competing in any sort of competition, men's physique, that's your guy right there.
Let me know, guys.
Thank you so much for being here. This is Toppin Speaks. Check you out.